Welcome to I Can't Keep This to Myself, as heard on WLPZ.org. I'm your host, Jill Studley, and I'm thrilled to feature Patiño Vázquez, local artist, musician, owner of Fireseed Art Studios, and one of the winners of the 2024 Latinx Most Influential Latinos in Massachusetts Awards. A little side note that right before our broadcast, the station lost power. It was a little crazy there for a few minutes, but we managed to get things up and running, and we had a great show. As a result, we didn't record the first part of the episode, but I'll bring you up to speed now. We started off talking about Patiño's punk days back in the 80s when he was only 14. He recently found the old recordings of his band called The Knot, and he remastered them. I'm starting off the podcast with their song, Stop It, and then Patiño begins the episode discussing a really cool project he made for his sons. Enjoy!
Pretty little girls in leather and chains, pretty little boys dressed just the same, banging on each other like there's no tomorrow. Got to prove to themselves just who they are. Oh, it's just a drag, you might get hurt. It's not a game, so lend a hand. It's really bad, it's getting worse. Stop it, stop it. Combat boots and camouflage, off to war, run and dodge. Peace through strength, say you'll save the world. But do you understand, all you little boys and girls? It's just a drag, you might get hurt. Who gives a damn? Do you understand? It's pretty bad, it's getting worse. Stop it, stop it. Tell me that's different, now show me through your actions. Catch me if I fall, I'm testing your reactions. And if you just don't care, then go join the army. And don't come back until you say you're sorry. It's just a drag, you give a damn. Now lend a hand, you might get hurt. It's pretty bad, it's getting worse. Stop it, stop it.
That was Stop It by The Knot. Next up, Patiño talks about a project that he worked on for his sons.
Later on, I had the idea of like, I want to do this project around personal changes, you know. So it's revolution, but it's really more like involution or revolutionary of inner oppression. So, you know, having come from a Cuban family that fled because of the revolution, it felt appropriate, and then started to organize them by the birth dates of my son. So from the time I met my first son's mother to the time that he was born, I had about a dozen songs, and that's volume 1. You know, and then we split up, and I met my second son's mother. And from the time that he was born to now, I have another set of songs. So that'll be volume 2. And I've also written books that have essays and recipes and manifestos, along with the lyrics. And then there's a link to each song. So that's coming out this year as well.
I love that. That's so special.
And I think, did you say you were giving it to them as a gift?
Yeah, I made a hard copy for him when my first son graduated from college, and back in June.
I love that so much. I wish I had thought of the same sort of thing. My daughter's graduating this year, so from high school.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
There's still time. I can do it for the next one.
Yeah. Get something together, something
that,
personal.
Right? Here's Viva Revolucion, one of the songs on this very cool project.
Transcendental scheme. You and me, brother B, and a four-wheel time machine. This is for the guy who's washing all the dirty dishes, keeping up with time, reaping from the soul fishing. This is for the laughter. This is for my mother singing. In a revolution, in a revolution. Take it higher, driving towards a flame and jump into the fire of a cosmic western scene. So it seems tequila dreams. Now I know what it means to you. This is for the time I knew your personality, sipping whiskey drinks and sharpening knives. This is for the laughter. This is for my mother singing in a revolution. Viva revolución.
I know also you're in the Sugar Kings.
Yep. Los Sugar Kings or Sugar King. Yeah, that's been an ongoing long-term project. Also, that's I think we started like the roots of the band kind of like are in 1999, where I was the musical director for one of the first night events in Boston. It was at the public library, Boston Public Library, and I had a group of musicians and poets and we were performing for that. So with the bass player that was part of that project, we ended up working together on my solo projects that of those songs that I recorded in Cuba. He played bass on it, and then we're like, oh, why don't we make a band? And I think it was originally called Mondo Sweetie, and then it sort of morphed into Les Sugar Kings. And so this is from our double LP that came out also in 2024, I think. And this is written by my saxophone player, pianist, Dan Abreu. It's called Yes Sir.
Actually have a little story about Dan Avery.
Oh, that's right.
So, right? This is so weird. So, all right. The reason that I first met you was I had just been looking for a present for my husband for Christmas. He's very good at presents. I stink at them. And so I was like, oh, I'll get some curated local art. So we did an art project together. He did an art project for me. And so during that conversation, this was back before COVID, during that conversation, we found out that Dan in the band was actually one of my father's former students. He is the retired fine arts director from Woburn High. He was there for 45 years. Sure. And the funny thing is that even I remember Dan. I'm almost positive it was him. We have to confirm at some point that it was him. Yeah. They toured in Disney World at one point, and I went with them. I was 13, and I'm pretty sure we hung out. Even if it's not him, I still knew of him and remember him. So
I think he was like your father's star pupil, right?
Yeah. My dad remembered him off the bat. So one of these days we've been trying to come and see you guys since before COVID, and then COVID happened, and then I don't know, all the things, but we'll get there.
Yeah. We're playing a lot this summer.
Absolutely.
So there's plenty of chances.
This next segment focuses on Patiño's incredible artist space in Framingham. That's an amazing mix of art, music, light, color, and sound, all blending together in ways you have to see to believe.
We started collecting a lot of material around the Metro West area, and it became kind of overwhelming, and so we needed warehouse space. We started renting out this mill in Framingham, and my partner at the time was a bit of a pack rat, so, and I'm pretty OCD, so a lot of my days were just spent organizing this material, and a lot of it was wood, so I was just like, of course we're going to build instruments. So started acquiring the tools to build instruments, and my first partner, Dan Balter, he passed away. He was a painter, and about a year later, I met another guy through the makerspace. We have a makerspace in the mill too. So he was interested in building guitars, and he wanted to purchase a CNC machine. You know what CNC machine means? It's a computer numeric cutter. Okay. So it's something you can program in a CAD program, and you can do it. You can look at it in 3D and audition it and everything, and then before you cut it. And so we were just sort of developing techniques of making guitars out of this reclaimed wood. And it turned into all kinds of other things. You had brought up this the chandelier, which is always a talking point at the space. It's made out of an old kick drum, which belonged to a gentleman named Sid Smart, and he was a drummer, veteran drummer, and he happened to open for Bob Marley the first time that Bob Marley played Boston. So this would be the late 60s, early 70s. And he did a great little workshop at Fireseed, and he brought all these drums, and he's retired now, and he's just, when he left, he's just like, do you mind if I leave some of these things behind? I'm like, sure. We'll find some way to use them.
Find something to do with them.
But I asked, do you mind if I make something non-musical
Mm-hmm.
with some of these things? And he's like, do what you want. So I turned it into a chandelier.
Yeah. And for those, we're on the radio, so you can't see the visuals. But if you follow me, I did a whole blog story on the venue itself. We threw a party there for my husband's 50th birthday. So you can check out the ican'tkeepthisttomyself.com. Check out the story on that. You'll see all sorts of pictures of the venue. And I've also, since when I was for those of you who don't follow me already, we were promoting the chandelier in the video, in the Instagram posts and stuff like that. It's amazing. The entire space is beyond words. I have no words for them. And the guitars that you create, these are really pieces of artwork. They're just gorgeous. So check out my site or Fireseed Art site to see these amazing pieces.
FireseedArtStudio.com. It surprises me too. I'm in my 12th or 13th year being there, and I'm surprised because it's very challenging to make any kind of career as an artist, and we just keep rolling with the punches, and the city throws some ordinance thing at us, and okay, we'll reinvent again, and all right, this aspect of the economy dried up. All right, we're going to rebrand again. I've lately been working on these vintage radios from the 1930s that we picked them up early on, from an estate sale. We would go to the ends of these estate sales, and then all the stuff that didn't sell, they would start loading them into a dumpster. So we'd be there trying to intercept things. This was from a house of a radio repairman. And he had all these beautiful vintage pieces, beautiful Victorian boxes, and so I took as many as I could take, and then gutted them all, and they just sort of hung around the studio for over a decade, and then finally, after some other stuff shifted around in the studio, so I was like, oh, I should probably get back to work on these projects that I originally set out to do. And it's been really fun and rewarding to bring these things back to life. I've been chalk painting them and gold leaf, all the ornamentation on it, and I took all the old radio guts out, but I've installed new high-end speakers, and I'm putting Bluetooth amplifiers and tube amps and all that good stuff. Some of them will have turntables, and some of them will have jacks in them, so you can plug in a microphone and sing karaoke, or plug in a guitar.
Oh boy!
Boy!
You're speaking my language now. I actually saw them a few weeks ago. The start of them, before they were I probably didn't have as much done by then, but oh my goodness, they are just gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way they're coming out.
Yeah.
Hard work. Because some of those things are very delicate, so I have to repair the parts of it that aren't up to snuff. And luckily we have so much material that we've accumulated over the years. We got an entire woodworking shop's worth of antique repair shop. We got all of their filigree and all of the different wood ornamentation and some great stuff. So, I could just keep churning this stuff out for the rest of my life and probably beyond. It's more than I can get through. We just scratched the surface when we were recovering these things. So much stuff gets just trashed, completely. So that was kind of art with a repurpose was our modus operandus. We wanted to make an impact in that regard, and so we're still doing it. Now with the more high-end aspects of the machinery that we can do quite a bit more. So we've expanded into doing more high precision work, and sometimes we'll do jigs for MIT and very specific things for clients that require a lot of precision and repetition, and just always evolving. Entrepreneur is one of the titles there.
Right. And also, for those of you who don't know, the guitars that you make are just absolutely exquisite. Go to the site, check them out. They're
that's
so
always
incredible.
been that was my love, since I was a boy. So the guitars always have to be capable of playing You know, like I should be able to pick any guitar off the wall and bring it to a show and not have any complaints about it. So that's the objective.
I know that I read a story once about one that you had created. Actually, why don't you tell us some of the ones that you created out of random things? I think there was one about a suitcase.
First one, we got some suitcase ones. Yeah, the first one we did was from an old maple countertop from a brownstone building in Boston. It was just literally sitting in a dumpster, and that piece of wood was over 150 years old. So it's like my buddy, a contractor, he's like sent me a picture. He's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Yes." And it was a massive piece of wood, so I got like multiple necks out of it, a few bodies, and some other things too. So it's just things like that, just you can always find things. I'm always looking to see like, what can this be? What kind of second life or sometimes a third life can it serve,
I love it. So the wood that you were just talking about, is that the same wood from the house that you had mentioned, or is that a different?
Oh, no. There's wood from a house in West Acton this house was being demolished. It was 250 years old at the time. So as old as this country. And, all that wood was milled on site from virgin forests that happened to be there. It's pine, but it's like pine on another level. Like it's today's pine that you get at Home Depot. It doesn't even come close. Like this is a very dense pine with a lot of nice characteristics, and it was live edge. You know what that means? It's so it still has the contour of the tree is still present. Like these were the studs of the houses and the rafters and all these things, but they only milled it to they wouldn't bother milling both sides, so they were just kind of rough hewn. They would put that in there. And so that creates a beautiful feature that I'm now making river tables out of some of those. Many other things. I've used it for decor. Like I pretty much have built a house inside the studio out of that wood.
Oh, I love that. That's so very cool. And then I think there was also, we had talked about, or there's some pictures. So when I posted the other day, I posted some pictures of the piano bookcase.
Oh, yeah.
Which is another one of like my dreams. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a commission. I mean, if I had a dime for every piano that is offered to me these days, nobody can keep them in tune.
Right.
And they're just so bulky.
Yeah.
If you move, that's out of the question.
Right.
Those baby grand piano cases can be converted into really beautiful record cases. In this case, this commission was for a record case, and so we salvaged as much of the piano as we could. I mean, pretty much just took the guts out, and every other part of it was used in some way. The keys were reused. I reused the legs. I reused the pedals. Everything got a second life there. And I've got more piano cases, so I'm looking to do maybe another bookcase or something with those. If somebody's got the moolah, it's gonna be more expensive than buying a piano by the time. It's so much work to make these things.
I bet they're beautiful. It's all backlit. The picture that I had posted and that's on your site, and when you search for you and things like that, it's all like backlit with blue, which just it's
it changes colors. It's LEDs.
Oh my goodness, so cool. Very cool. And actually, you also made me my sign. So I'm going to have to do some more posts about that and show everyone, because it's the I can't keep this to myself sign.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
With, the LED lights and everything.
Yeah, made a few things for you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to play a couple songs from your list, and then we'll come back for some
more? What do you got next on cue there?
We could do So We Won't Forget.
Krungbin.
So We Won't Forget.
Krungbin.
And
this
then
is just a great
Dr. John Revolution.
If you don't know this band Krungbin, they're from Dallas, Texas. They're a trio, mostly instrumental, but so engaging, so universal.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I didn't know this song before. There's so many
songs
on your list I didn't know that I just love, and can't wait to.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a fetishist like that. I find the weird stuff.
Beautiful stuff. All right, so we'll play that song, and then we'll also put a Bob Marley song in there.
Right on.
Reference to your chandelier. And then we'll be back with some more.
Well, we aren't able to play the commercial music mentioned in this podcast. The list of songs we played during the broadcast is included in the episode notes, so you can make your own playlist. In this last segment of Patiño's episode, he's speaking about an unexpected music project that evolved with Dima, a woman he met through Fireseed Arts.
was putting together like a ecstatic dance event. So I was hosting that for a while. And, she heard me play guitar and she's just like, oh, we're going to make music together. I'm just like, what's your name? And sure enough, we did. And it just started with, she would sing these mantras, which are ancient devotional songs from India. And they're normally set to this music known as kirtan. But we changed it around. So I created music that sort of came from a different space. Like, it wasn't me thinking about it. It was just sort of channeling the music, where I would let it. We would talk about the content of the mantra, and then we'd sort of pick a key. So we lined it up with the chakras, if you're familiar with that. These are
Only vaguely.
energy points in the body. And then we did a modified tuning system that is 432 hertz, which is closer to the Schumann frequency, which is closest, theorized that it's closer to the Earth's frequency.
Okay. Very cool.
And it brings about more well-being. And so we would talk about it. I would play in that key and develop something, and I would try to capture whatever the first idea was, and then if I made a big mistake, I would maybe do a second take. So everything was either a first or second take, a stream of consciousness, and then I would add all the instruments to it. So I would start on guitar, and then I would add bass, and then I would add the singing bowls and the drums, and then we'd add the voices. And so this has been a fun project, and now we're working. So we did a whole thing called Sonic Ascension, 7 songs that follow the ascending scale. It starts in the C, it goes to D, goes to E, F, G, B, A, B, and these pertain to the chakras. And then we're working on another one now called Sonic Embodiment. It goes the other way.
Oh, all right.
So it'll be a full loop. So this one I think you have here is called Gayatri Mantra.
Yes.
Yeah, this is F. This is F is the heart chakra.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you for bearing with me with the craziness. We did it. We made it. We got your songs in. We got we got stories, all the things.
No, it all worked out. It all worked out in the end.
I'd love to have you back on. I'm sure there's lots more stories, lots more music, all sorts of things. If you want to do one more plug for your website.
Yes. So there's Fireseed Art Studio.com, and then we have LosSugarKings.com, and those are the primary ones.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a blast.
Thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all under the name I Can't Keep This to Myself. And you can check out my blog at ican'tkeepthisttomyself.com. The original songs we played are included in the podcast, and the curated playlist of songs selected by Patiño is included in the episode notes. For the full experience of music and stories, tune in live to WLPZ.org on the second and fourth Fridays of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. for stories worth telling and music worth blasting. For more information on Patiño Vázquez, check out FireseedArtStudios.com and LosSugarKings.com.